we'll get underway. It's a little after 10.
Okay, you're all set.
Great, thank you. Good morning, everybody. Today, Tuesday, May the 18th, EMT meeting at 10 a.m. Thanks for everyone for being here. It's a long week in town with budgets and select board meetings. The Captain Capello's filling in for Chief Polly this morning. Morning, Captain. It's the unmute button.
Yeah, I know. I'm doing like multiple things. Good morning, everybody.
Yes, sir.
All right, great, thanks. We'll get right off to Hillary this morning. We've had quite a few updates come out yesterday and last week on COVID. So good morning, Hillary.
Good morning. Let's see. So all things are changing, but let's start off first. We have about 5 active cases of COVID in town, which makes all these recommendations from the governor seem kind of ironic because our numbers have stayed fairly steady. So that being said, we are rolling back restrictions, and I want to make sure I get this right. So bear with me one moment while I pull up what's going on. And here we go. Okay, so in the Commonwealth, we know that there was a goal of vaccinating about 4 million people by the first week of June. And so we are almost at that point. And so effective May 29th, just before Memorial Day weekend, we are rescinding all of the COVID-19 restrictions that are in place, and all of the guidance, everything we've known for so many months is all going to be lifted. The face covering order will be rescinded on May 29th, which means that folks can go indoors or outdoors without a face covering on. Businesses, of course, can set their own parameters. So some businesses may still choose to require face masks, but the state, as it stands, is going to follow the CDC guidance and not require face coverings unless, of course, you're traveling in an Uber, a taxi cab, a ferry, a commuter rail, an airplane. Healthcare facilities, you're going to be required to wear your mask in healthcare facilities as well, and any other setting where there are vulnerable populations. So congregate care settings, nursing homes, senior housing, none of which we have in Wellfleet, but just to know that in case you head out somewhere. We are also going to be lifting the state of emergency effective June 15th. Face coverings for youth and amateur sports, which is of interest probably to Becky and Suzanne. Masks are no longer required there either. There's new summer camp guidance that's going to be effective May 29th. So Becky, I don't know if you've got that yet, but you might want to just check in. I can send that to you. Softball, soccer, whatever other sports are being played in town, face coverings are no longer required. Same thing holds true at schools. When the kids go outside for recess, they do not have to wear their masks. They do have to wear them indoors while learning. So some situations are fairly specific. We have not heard detailed guidance from the state yet on what this actually looks like, because to me and my public health colleagues, it seems kind of bananas that we're going from everything to nothing so quickly. So we have a call at 3 o'clock to sort of hear more about their rollout. And what we are seeing some cases of vaccine breakthrough. We've had a couple cases in town, but I think the majority of what we're seeing is that those that are vaccinated are not getting sick enough to warrant a trip to the hospital or a trip to the doctor. Most of them are asymptomatic and they're not transmitting it to others. So I think with those few facts in mind, the state has decided to go with what the CDC is recommending. Other than that, I'm happy to answer questions and provide any more insight if folks want it.
Great, thanks, Hillary, for that update. Mir, if you're seeing any questions or if anybody online has any questions.
I don't see any raised hands.
Okay,
I'm
great.
on my phone. can I ask one question, Chief? Are
Sure.
any members of the Board of Selectmen on the line? Because I spoke briefly with Rebecca yesterday, and she felt that the select board was possibly going to talk about face coverings at their meeting tonight. So I just was wondering what their thoughts are, if anybody knows.
As of right now, I do not see any board members on here at the moment, and I have not seen their
Okay.
agenda for tonight.
Okay.
But I know
no
Charlie is
worries.
on. He logged in, and when administration comes up, well, we'll give an update or two. So
Okay, perfect. Thank you.
great, thank you.
Looks like Becky has
moving
her
down-
hand up.
Becky,
Yes, quickly, Chief, to Hillary, or anybody that could possibly answer. Is the town going to consider modifying rules based on what's happening here? Or is it pretty much the general consensus to go with what the state is mandating? Or does anybody know that yet?
Sorry, I'm on my phone, Chief, but I can jump in. I think, Becky, that was the question I was curious about to the select board. As far as the Board of Health is concerned, we tend to go with what the governor recommends just to prevent confusion. And that's why I was curious if the select board had some other thoughts on the subject matter, because we get a lot of visitors from other places, so it's going to be confusing if we want to have other rules in place. So that's all. We'll find out more later, I think is what they told me.
Okay, thank you, because our phone is ringing off the hook about, parents calling about tonight's game and what, is expected. We already sent out that the kids can play without masks when they're on the field, but when they're on the bench, they need to be, wearing masks, and we're still gonna follow those guidelines, for now. And then, of course, there's tons of questions about summer rec and what the changes mean for those programs. So I guess the two of us will have to talk again after the full, and Suzanne, of course, and, anyone else who wants to be involved to see about how we move forward from here. And I know
okay,
that
great.
is wondering what is going on because it changed so quickly. So.
Great, thanks, Becky. And just looking again at the board's agenda for tonight, there's always a COVID-19 placeholder that's there for any discussion. So we'll see either tonight, Thursday, or next Tuesday if there's further guidance. My understanding, Hillary, if you want to correct me, is that communities and towns can go stricter than what the state is recommending. So I guess it's just trying to figure out where to go from here.
That's true, we can.
Okay, great, thank you. And yeah, I still do not see any select board members on for today, so we'll keep moving on. Department of Public Works, good morning, Jay.
Morning, Chief. I don't have any COVID-related updates, so everything's going business as usual here.
Okay, great.
So I'll be
thank
on
you.
the call if any questions come up.
Okay, great, thank you. We'll keep moving on unless me or sees any questions either in the chat or through a raised hand. We'll move on to community services, and good morning, Suzanne.
Good morning, everyone. I have no COVID updates except to repeat what we mentioned last week, which is the select board voted to permit beach fires this summer, and we will have a pay beach at Whitecrest. The update on the beach fires is that it will be online only, and the people who are successful applicants will download a PDF into their phone. So it's going to be a no contact experience at the beach office, and we won't have lines of desperate people at 6 a.m. lining up for the few beach fire permits on a daily basis. And that's about it.
Okay, great. Thank you for that update. And I apologize. I'm not sure if it's my internet connection this morning or just in general. I keep getting a unstable warning error, which is not shocking. Good morning, Becky. Any updates? I know obviously a lot more to come probably after the next week or so. You're muted, Becky.
Is that better?
Yep.
Okay, thank you. Quickly, good morning, everybody. So we are planning to hold live versions of all of our programs. The square dance, the road race, the music at Mayo, swimming lessons at Gull Pond, and the morning rec program. Right now we are having live T-ball, softball seasons for the kids this spring within the guidelines, which are ever changing. And so when we know for sure what we're looking at in terms of restrictions, we'll post all the information on the website. But just we're very, very happy to see the kids back out on the field. It's wonderful to see them out there. They're so happy and grateful to be able to play with their friends. And we're grateful for the support from the DPW. Fixing up the fields are gorgeous. The tennis courts just got repainted. Tennis and pickleball, I think, will be opening this weekend, we hope, or in the near future. So very, very excited about the season coming up. And Suzanne, real quick, could you just say when are you going to start checking beach stickers? That's a question that's
Third Saturday in June, as usual,
okay.
which is June 19th this year. It's early.
Okay. Another question. All right. Well, that's all I have, Chief. Thank you.
Okay, great. Thanks, Becky. Moving over to the library. Good morning, Jennifer.
Good morning. So we have a few things. After Peg McClellan's retirement last week, and because Gabrielle Griffiths resigned and took another job before COVID started, we are now down 2 full-time staff members, and we cannot open the library until we have staff. So that is going to be a little later than our sister libraries on the Cape. And it is not going to be till towards the end of June. And that's the best we can do with that. We are also very concerned about the governor's guidelines. We cannot imagine the numbers of people that we have in the library during the summer without masks on. So we're going to have to figure that out. We're also not going to open our meeting room for programming this summer. So we're going to need to talk. I'm going to need to talk with my board. This is all concerning to me, and I hope the select board takes this up, and I hope that the library is considered like its own entity where we can make our decisions about what our comfort level is with our square footage and the number of people that we have running around in there over the summer, which is a massive amount of people that will be unmasked and coming in and out, and who knows what their situation is.
Okay, great. Thanks, Jennifer. Yeah, it seems to be a common theme that probably, hopefully, over the next week or two, we'll get some further guidance and drill down into this a little more to make it work for all departments in town. The Shellfish Department is on the tides this morning. Nancy had no updates to pass along. Again, I just wanted to congratulate her for the award for the Constable of the Year. Well deserved with all her hard work. So along with the Wellfleet Shell Fishermen's Market, she puts a lot of hard work and time down there. So I just wanted to congratulate her again. The Marina, good morning, Will. I see you on here.
Hey, good morning. How are you? How is everyone? Our update is we're open 7 days a week now. The bathrooms are open 7 days a week now as well. I guess the cleaning company's set to start in a month, I believe. Until that, we're handling the cleaning of it. Our building is shut roped off from the public. We're accessing them from the outside. Otherwise, we're just interacting as normal with everyone down here. And it's busy. Even today, it's been a lot busier so far already this year. Tons of people though, but the bathrooms are open. So hopefully the phones will stop ringing about them anyway, all over town. So.
Great, thanks, Will, for the update. And yeah, we can second that. It's been a crazy winter and a crazy spring already. So again, just asking for everybody's patience as we digest the new guidelines, the new mandates or advisories, and deal with the influx, which I think all, if not many of us, are expecting for a long summer. Captain Capello, the fire department's up next.
All right, bear with me because I'm doing 2 Zoom meetings at the exact same time. The fire department's just as you would know, as a go with everything. Nothing's changed. We're still responding as appropriately per our Department of Public Health and our Boston OEMS as to how we treat and respond to people. We're still wearing masks inside our building per the OEMS, as well as outdoors, even though the governor said that we cannot, or we can, loosely wear the mask outdoors. So, but we're still doing our thing. Nothing has changed. Just preparing for what I believe is going to be a hectic summer. Other than that,
Hey, great.
good to go.
Great, thanks, Captain. And again, Mia, if you happen to see any questions or raised hands, if you could.
I'm keeping an eye on it.
Great, thank you. Again, the update from the police department, as the captain stated, we just ask for patience. Again, it's going to be a long summer. Following today's meeting, police, fire, and beaches have a meeting, so we can kind of coordinate for this summer, expecting busy season up on the beaches. So again, we just ask for patience as we maneuver through this for the summer. That's the update from the police this morning. Moving over to town administration, I do not see any select board members on. I do want to welcome Charlie Sumner, our interim town administrator, to the meeting this morning, and thank you for being on. Good morning, Charlie.
Oh, good morning, everybody, and thank you, Chief. I don't know everybody, but my name is Charlie Sumner, and I started last Wednesday. I'll be working 4 days a week. Once we get going, I'll share my telephone number with everyone. People can call me 7 days a week if there's some issue that you have. I just assume that you reach out to me. Don't hesitate. I'm fine with it. So I will just tell you, clearly, the beauty of my situation at the moment is I don't know anything. I don't know anybody. I'm going to try to get up to speed as quickly as I can. Rebecca's going to be reaching out to people so that I could try to meet with each of you in some fashion that you feel comfortable with, to try to get an understanding of the issues that you have relative to the select board meeting. We met, last night. We're going to meet tonight. We're going to meet Thursday night. I only told my spouse about that last night after the select board meeting, and she was like, "Really? You've got to be kidding me." Anyway, I think that the crisis we have now is we've got to get this budget and warrant finalized to post by this Friday. We just absolutely have to get that done. So I think that's really what the board needs to deal with this week. And I think any other significant discussions this week probably should wait till next week. So, and frankly, next Tuesday, the board will be meeting and the auditor is coming in to present the audit in the management letter. And there's a lot of pressure from what I understand from different people to start to discuss this issue publicly and what our plan is. So as I say, I think, where we're going to go, over the next few weeks, I need a little bit of time. I definitely need to meet with the chiefs and Hillary to get some guidance and advice so we can sort of have a plan that reflects what's appropriate for your community, which you know far better than I. So I think I'll leave it at that. I will tell you, Lisa Sauvé, who has been doing some interim town accountant work, is back. She started again yesterday. And then I am meeting with another person who's a retired finance director on Cape, who I hope to hire as well. So, clearly there's an incredible need to deal with some of these fiscal issues and get things relatively organized before town meeting on, I think, June 26th. So I think that's all I have. I mean, I will only say I look forward to working with everybody. I like working collaboratively. It's the only way you can survive in this business. And if I'm about to see something that you'd say, oh my God, what is Sumner doing? I'm not offended easily, and please just give me a call, and I'm available whenever you need me. So I think that's all I have for the moment, Chief.
Okay, great, Charlie. Thank you for that introduction. And again, with a lot of department heads on here, we appreciate just an update as to what's going on. Any questions or?
Can I ask a question? Sorry, I'm on my phone and it feels rude to just pipe in here. This is Hillary.
Sure, go ahead.
Hi, Charlie. I'm wondering, do you like to do your own scheduling, or do we need to schedule time with you with Rebecca?
Either way, I mean, it doesn't matter. I mean, I like to have Rebecca do a lot of that, but it doesn't, it doesn't
Okay.
matter to me. Whatever you could, as far as I'm concerned, if there's an urgency, I want you all to have my cell phone number. You can just call me and I'll set up a meeting at whenever is necessary. So yeah.
Okay. I just want to be respectful because I know
I
you want to meet with the chiefs and I. So I just, want to know your way.
Yeah. Well, I'm a little concerned about where we are with this governor's orders, and I don't even
Yeah.
know what your plan is in place. So that's where I think there's some urgency for me on that. And
Okay.
as I say, I do want to say, since Hillary is here, that Morgan Clark is a little bit worried that I'll have a better relationship with you than I do with Morgan. Morgan is the health director from Provincetown, so I got to be very careful about our relationship, Hillary. So
Yes, duly noted. She expressed that to me. She's more high maintenance than I ever will be. So it may be true.
Don't worry, Charlie. You have the
We'll work
chiefs.
through it, Charlie. We'll work through it.
You got the chiefs to protect you, so we'll stay on each side of it.
yeah, there you go. Okay, thank you so much. Yeah. All right. Sorry, I can't be much more help at this moment. So.
Okay, great. Thanks again, Charlie. And just on administration, I know we have our moderator, Dan Silverman's on real quick. Good morning, Dan.
Good morning, Chief. Thank you. Just nothing really. Like everyone else, I think a little confused and concerned about exactly what the governor's lifting of the state of emergency is moving forward toward town meeting. I'll talk with Hillary offline between now and the end of June, and along with the team that we have planning for town meeting. And if we have to modify the guidance for that, we'll do so. Right now, going forward, the working hypothesis is that we're going to do everything we did the same as last fall. But if it turns out that it's appropriate to drop the mask mandate, we'll do so. But that's a decision that can wait for a while. But thank you for the opportunity.
Great, thanks, Dan. Again, just a reminder, town meeting is now Saturday, June 26th, with the election to follow on June 30th, which I do believe there is also early voting. So stay tuned for that coming up in June. All right, thanks again, everyone. Mia, just one final, any questions or concerns before we sign off today?
I don't see anything.
Okay, great. Again, I appreciate everybody's participation and input today. I will be speaking with Chief Polly, Hillary, and the town administration that possibly with the governor's state of emergency dropping in June, along with a lot of these mandates, that we may bring conclusion in June to the meetings unless there is some need to continue them into the summer. So stay tuned for that, but we'll definitely meet the third Tuesday in June at 10 a.m. So again, thanks to everybody for signing in today and participating, and have a good week.
Thanks, Chief.
Thank you.
All right, take care.
Thanks, Chief.